Welcome back, everyone. It is Wednesday, April 16th in the NBA, and we got, once again, two more play-in games. With these ones, a tad more important as they are 9 versus 10 seeds, win or go home. Either way, if you are new, my name is Austin. We're going to dive into each of these games, talk about a couple player prompts I like, a couple parlays I like, and go on, and so forth. If you are new, as I said, my name is Austin. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. Let's recap how we did yesterday in the first edition of play-in games. A 2-2 day, a massive day, plus 0.12 units. As you guys know, we did drop back our unit size a little bit. We cashed on Onyeka Okongwu's under in rebounds. Our VIP Dub Club exclusive play was Steph Curry's over in rebounds plus assists. Then our other two players lost. Steph Curry's under in threes. Man, that was a tough beat. He made 6 on the dot. He had like 3 going in the fourth quarter. He ended up making 2 in the final like 2 or 3 minutes. Tip the cap, losing a half unit on Steph Curry. I ain't even mad. That was a crazy game to watch. And then our long shot, little SGP in the Grizzlies and Warriors game did not come through. Again, a slight profitable day. We will take it. Hopefully we can do that all over once again today. Now, how's this video going to go? We have a player prop in each game. We have a same game parlay in the second game. And then we have a sleeper entry in the first game. I believe I touched on that one a ton. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. Reminder, sleeper. Sign up using my code COS. They'll give you a 100% deposit match up to $100. I think I have that wrong up there. Should be a 100% deposit match. Either way, it's free money. They'll double your first deposit up to $100. Do it. Take advantage. Code COS or the link at the top of the description. Again, you can tell my sleeper entry, which we will touch on at the end of the video. But let's dive into these games. At the end, I'll try to touch on who I think wins these games. Let's go into the first one. And boy, you see the Bulls playing. You know where we're going. Come on now. Josh Giddey over 27.5 points plus assists, minus 112 on FanDuel. Again, dropping these down to just a half unit plays as we ease our way in to the NBA playoffs. The NBA playoffs and play-in games 100% different than the regular season. People are and defenses are going to adjust and things are going to happen that you would be like, that never happened in the regular season. That's how the postseason goes. But again, I really like Josh Giddey, and I'll be honest, do I think this is the best play in the world? Maybe not, but again, it's been Josh Giddey. He's been our wagon this season, especially as of over the last 2 months. We're going to continue to ride with him if this happens to be his last game. Now, he has destroyed the Miami Heat so far in the last 2 games, and we look at that, his last 2 games against them, 38 and 39 points plus assists. Now, you could go towards the PRAs. I don't mind it. It bumped up to 37.5. I didn't really want to get involved there, but I do like the rebounds as well, but I'd rather just the points and assists. Now, like I said, Giddey's been a beast since the All-Star break over this line in 15 of 19 games. That did include the 2 against the Miami Heat when he had 38 and 39. And while I do expect the Heat to make some defensive adjustments, I'm riding with Giddey. I'm riding with him into the ground. He might have a small wrist injury. I'm not worried about that. He should play big-time minutes. They have no Trey Jones, no Lonzo Ball. They're still going to need Giddey to be aggressive. And look, I know Eric Spoelstra is a great coach. He can make adjustments. Even if he makes some adjustments, I still think Giddey can come through. I really like his over in points plus assists. If he doesn't come through and this is his final game of the season, I tip the cap to you, Mr. Giddey. I appreciate all your work over the past 2 months. You arguably should be in a COS Hall of Fame. We won't go there. I really like Josh Giddey's over in points plus assists. And then I'll talk about a bunch of other props I like in that game. But we'll move to the second game between the Dallas Mavericks and Sacramento Kings. And I really like PJ Washington today, over in 14.5 points, minus 120 on DraftKings, a half unit play. PJ has dealt with some of his fair share of injuries towards the back half of this season. Heck, the whole Mavericks team has basically been injured. But I really think this is a spot where you want to see an upside in PJ Washington's scoring prowess here. Now, number one, I think he's going to be out on the court. It was a trusted member of that rotation as they traveled to the NBA Finals last year with Luka and Kyrie. PJ Washington was right there playing 40 minutes a night. So I think he has the minutes locked in because he's a great defender, and you're going to need him out there against DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Additionally, he's a really good spot-up shooter. And earlier this season, he scored 28 versus the Kings. He has some good track record against them. I want to say his career high might be against them. Could be against the Miami Heat. Either way, PJ this season, he's over this line in 19 of his last 30 when he shoots 8 or more times. And honestly, I think this is a spot where the Kings are going to live with him shooting. We think about the defenders they got out there. Keon Ellis probably checks Spencer Dinwiddie. Klay Thompson is probably the Zach LaVine matchup, if I had to guess. It's probably going to be DeMar DeRozan on PJ Washington and PJ Washington on DeMar DeRozan. And then you're going to have Keegan Murray guard Anthony Davis and Gafford against Sabonis, probably that matchup. Again, I think if we're going to double AD, because I don't know if we want Keegan going one-on-one on AD. If we're doubling, I wouldn't be shocked if the guy being left open is PJ Washington. So I look at PJ as a guy that can knock down 3 or more threes. I don't mind that for good plus money. But again, I think this guy locked into a lot of minutes. He's capable of knocking down those threes. He should be a trusted member of this rotation. And he's also good at getting to the free throw line, can do that as well. So I look at PJ as a guy they need to step up. They don't have a lot of scoring options out there. I think PJ is a guy that gets some good volume. He's been pretty good in the playoffs before for us. I think he can deliver us 15 points. I really like PJ Washington over 14.5 points. Again, only a half unit play. We'll keep it conservative there. And my only under of the day will actually be our double club exclusive play. It's an under in points plus rebounds. I'll let you know right now. It's in the Bulls game, Bulls versus Heat. Again, you can join that using a $10 off your first month coupon. Link down below. Get on in the dub club. Join the community. Sweat it out for us. I forgot to even mention our ladder challenge cast yesterday. So in case you didn't tap into that, a ladder challenge smacked as well, which we love to see. I can pull up the slip that we had. I forgot to put a slide for it. Hey, ladder smacked, man. Maybe we can keep things moving and grooving. This was the ladder challenge from yesterday. We certainly will take that. We'll have another one posted later on today. You'll notice I'm not tracking them officially towards the record because I'll be honest, we don't want to force 1 unit plays, which is what I was tracking these ladders to. And honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like something that might have hurt us in the ladder is I was kind of avoiding our top plays of the day because, well, I didn't want to overexpose ourselves where it's like, all right, well, we already got 1 unit on Sabonis. We don't want to put him in here. What if he gets injured? Boom, 2 units to the bankroll. If we don't track him towards the record, maybe they'll do better because I won't have a limitation on anyone that I want to back. So again, ladder smacked yesterday. We'll have another one today. And hey, all these guys run over or under their regular respective lines, which you'll love to see. But I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video. So again, Dub Club exclusive play. We'll post the ladder early there. And of course, you get that Dub Club exclusive play, $10 off your first month. Join if you seek. My fourth play of the day, a same game parlay. It is all 3 kings. You'll see these kings. This is a plus 405 same game parlay on FanDuel. It's a 0.25 unit play. They might have a risk-free bet out there for you guys to do on FanDuel. I forgot to check, and I don't really want to count this as a risk-free play in case some of you guys are tailing on other books. So again, quarter unit play. These 3 guys: Keegan Murray to make 3 threes, DeMar DeRozan to get 4 or more assists, and Domantas Sabonis over 19.5 rebounds plus assists. Now, I'll be honest, out of all these ones, Sabonis rebounds and assists was a play that I was going to do. Ended up liking PJ Washington a tad more, so I'll go with him instead of adding a Sabonis rebounds plus assists. But thinking about him, he's an offensive hub. I don't think he has a great scoring matchup here, and this is a guy that could play 40-plus minutes, and we'll need it to be out there for size against the big front of the Mavericks. Now, in terms of his assists and DeMar DeRozan assists, I don't think this is a great matchup for either of those 2 guys to score the basketball. DeRozan, we know he has some great volume, but he's also their number 1 facilitator out there. I think he'll be dishing it to his teammates and they'll have to knock down some shots. At home, he's been pretty consistent getting 4 assists. Then finally, Keegan Murray, 3+ threes. Now that is good plus money. It's like plus 150, plus 180 by itself. So it's carrying the majority of this value here. But like I said, I think Keegan Murray is the Anthony Davis matchup and vice versa. I don't know who AD would guard unless Trey Lyles plays, but again, Trey Lyles and Keegan Murray are kind of apples to apples, if you will. I think Keegan is the AD matchup, and AD, as I've watched him over the past few games, he leaves his matchup wide open from 3. He will. That's what happened with Julius Randle, right? Doing back Julius against him. I think it happens once again here. Now, Keegan Murray, that's what he does. Spot up shooter, much better at home. I think he could shoot 3, easily make 3 threes. I think he gets up 6 or more attempts here. I think it's a sneaky good matchup for Keegan Murray. So I like him for 3 threes. I think DeRozan's going to be the one dishing it to him when he drives. I think Sabonis could be doing some dribble handoffs to him as well. I really like these 3 legs, plus 4 or 5, just a quarter unit. If it hits, we win back a unit. If it doesn't, we lose our quarter unit there. So to recap the plays before we get into our sleeper entry and talk about who I think wins these games, let's recap them. We have this Kings SGP, 3 legs, plus 4 or 5, a quarter unit. We love that. Then we have Josh Giddey's over in points plus assists for a half unit. PJ Washington over in points for a half unit, and their Dub Club exclusive play, another half unit play, and under in points plus rebounds. Finally, we wrap up the video with the sleeper entry, and then I'll talk about who I think wins these games. Here it is, the sleeper entry. It involves a lot of plays in that game between the Heat and Bulls. I didn't make a same game parlay for it, but this in reality is basically that. $20 on this turns into $200. A reminder, use code COS, get 100% deposit match up to $100. Links down below. You also get that Anthony Davis free square, so take advantage of that. Again, let's get back to the sleeper entry. I'm not going to dive into each of these legs. They're just ones that caught my eye. I think have some good chance of hitting. I like it. I like it. $20 of that turns into 208. You can tail me if you want. You make sure you sign up using my code COS or the link down below in the description. They'll match that first deposit. Finally, we wrap up talking about who I think wins and covers in these games. You guys know I don't bet a lot of spreads and money lines. Gun to my head, if I had to bet any of these games, and you'll see the Miami Heat and Bulls are in a basically pick 'em, and then the Mavericks are 4.5-point dogs on the road against the Kings. If I had to bet anything here, me personally, I lean the Miami Heat. I love the Bulls, but I think that Eric Spoelstra is the better head coach, and they're pretty much fully healthy. So I do, well, fully healthy, minus some bench guys, but again, pretty much fully healthy. I trust Spoelstra's game plan a little bit more, and I don't really trust Billy Donovan. I wouldn't be mad if the Bulls won, but because then we'd get Bulls Hawks, and that would be fun. But I know the Heat every postseason. I wish for them to get eliminated because I hate betting on Heat props. They're going to win today, and it's going to piss me off because I have to see them again tomorrow, Friday, and then they'll probably win that game, and there'll have to be a whole series of them against the Cavaliers. But I do lean the Heat. In terms of the second game, I kind of like the Kings, but I don't know if the Kings are a team I'd lay 4.5. That's a tough game. I honestly don't have a great read on that one. I'd lean towards maybe an under, but 213.5, not a lot of wiggle room. The Kings leave open a lot of guys from three, so it's going to come down to 3-point shooting. I don't really want to fade the home teams because both home teams won yesterday and not, I guess the Warriors can cover. I guess I would lean the Mavericks plus the 4.5. Not really getting many of the key numbers though. You can want that 5, 6, and 7. So I lean the Mavs. I just think I really don't know. That's a true crapshoot. So I'll track my official picks. We got 3 picks, all quarter unit or half units, and then the quarter unit SGP. We'll go 2-2 tomorrow. Today, probably be a winning day again. Let's try to do it. Try to have a good day. A reminder, you can check out our MLB Best Bets video where we have been ice cold. So if you're looking for free fades, it might be there, or you can be like, you know what? I'm a big guy that likes to buy the dip. That would be right there because I pretty much would guarantee you from the rest of the season, we will be pretty overwhelmingly positive. We've just been cursed. But either way, have a great day. Good luck on all your picks. I won't see you tomorrow for the NBA, but I'll see you on Friday. We have once again 2 more playoff basically games where it's win or go home, those 2 between the winners of today and the losers of yesterday. Either way, let's cash our picks. Go Josh Giddey. This is the last time I talk about you. I appreciate all that you did for us. Again, it's Austin signing out. See you again back on Friday and see you in the MLB videos, which is linked on the screen. Peace.